This bitch is thick. Hey guys, it's Will. As you can see right here, I got it. This is Frosthaven, the game, the myth, the legend. This boy is pretty thick, as you can see on the side here. Everything I've wanted in a game and what have you. I'll have some pictures right here that you can see. Let's get right into this unboxing. As you saw with that intro, it's Will here coming at you with the release of this big boy, Frosthaven, the next living board game by Isaac, the man himself, man, myth, legend, who has made Gloomhaven and its starter box / expansion, Jaws of the Lion. And yeah, it's everything you want. If you've been looking for a game, you want to play like Dungeons and Dragons and you didn't know how to start or have a DM, you pick up Jaws of the Lion, and that would basically get you started. And then once you got into that, you'd buy Gloomhaven, which is the main ongoing game from them, and that would get you a whole 2 years at max length campaign with all the minis, all the handouts, add-ons, all that stuff you needed. And there's even a video game version if you think running the game is a lot. And the guy who makes this game plus the companies support fan-made apps to run the game also. So it's very easy to get into. It can be very cheap, very expensive. It's just like D&D. Highly recommend. It is my all-time favorite board game series. All besides next to Zombicide, which also just got a second edition. So if you guys want to see a review on that or an update on that, please let me know down below. I do have the second edition of it plus all the expansions for the first edition, so we can run through some games, look at it, stuff like that. But anyways, as you've seen from this video in the intro screen, this thing is huge. Just like how huge this box is, I'm going to do a lot of b-roll for this. I'm so excited. I may not sound like it because I'm trying to keep my volume down and make my room less, echoey and stuff. I don't hold myself to a high standard on this channel. I just do it for fun. I just talk about what I'm really into, paint stuff, but who wants to look at really trashy, echoey video, right? Anyways, let's get right into opening this thing. This is huge. This is going to be a non-spoilers opening. So you're going to open it. You're basically going to see everything as I look at it for the first time too. So let's get into that unboxing here. It's so huge, my camera can't quite catch the view of everything. So we're gonna try our best here. I got pretty lucky. I have seen posts of people getting these because this is the Kickstarter version. So these were available for certain game stores that kickstarted it, people who kickstarted it. Because this is the game store version of the Kickstarter, it doesn't come with, at least that I know of, doesn't come with the cool like token add-ons and sticker add-ons or special miniatures. It's just the core game. So if you guys bought this from a store, or if your local store is gonna get their shipment in, this is the one you're most likely gonna get. The later this year / early next year, most likely at the end of this year near Christmas time, they'd be a fool not to at least start trickling them out unless there's issues, which they've been pretty good. So if they said there's issues with shipping, I'd understand. But there's going to be a retail version. There's always a Kickstarter version. So retail version is going to have some updates to their rule books, updates to like giving you like the dials and stuff like we saw with Gloomhaven. But if you guys want a more in detail video about Gloomhaven, its history, its lore, I am super down to Clown Town with talking Gloomhaven. I could talk about for hours, but which I've been doing right now. So let's just get right into this. You probably just want to see what's in here. So starting off, we have the top of the box here. Art all around it shows you characters and stuff like you can kind of see in the front here. But let's open up the lid. This thing is really tight to the box, so you got to be careful if you want to keep it in good condition, because the stickers, like the art sticker on the side of the box here, have issues with Gloomhaven to split over time and to rip. So these things suction pretty well together. Ooh, that new cardboard smell. Here we have, this is the inside of the box. There is 4 pieces of tape that go around. And just so you guys can see, it has an art of the map all around the inside of the box. So unlike Gloomhaven, for those who may have played the original one, this has 3 different game modes in it and has a city builder, a puzzle, and the classic dungeon crawl where you're building up a city. And this thing, the thing that gets me so excited for this copy of Gloomhaven, which is Frosthaven. I'm going to probably keep saying Gloomhaven from time to time. But the thing that makes me happy about this is they have learned from their mistakes. Not really a mistake, an oversight, but you know, like you make a game. It has storage. As you can see here, this is a welcomes guide to the game. Kind of tells you everything, what to open, about the different maps. Then like on the back here, it has a divider. So I'm super excited. I'm gonna read this. Read this before you do anything else. There's a number of components in this game box, and it's important to make sure they are organized before your first game. This guide will show you how to organize them. Stuff like that. I'm not going to do any of this because it's going to be a long time until we touch this game. So as you can see here, it's got the... Oh. So you can see here, it's got like the token layouts. It's got all the other cards and stuff. So keep that to the side. And here we go. These are, you can buy third-party one of these, but here we go. Here's the tray itself in all its glory. There's my camera. Look at it. This has 2 trays in it. As you can see, double tray, double trayed up in the afternoon on a Thursday afternoon. I might pop out pieces and put them in their trays. I might organize it at least, because this is going to be my game copy. And then when the full retail version comes out, actually this might not be my game copy. This might be my saved copy, and then like save in case something happens. Here we have the rule book in all its glory. This is not spoilers. This is just how to play the game. Stuff like this, stickers, input. So reusable and stickers might be weird on this. How to do your campaign, maps. This is like a full role-playing game. Again, this is the idea. If this one's a little bit more advanced, this one's more like an Age of Empire. Starting characters, but it's a square-bound book, not just the rounded one like we saw with OG Gloomhaven. So put that in the box in its order. We have the retirement book. So this thing stays sealed. You use this basically when you retire a character, which is game mechanics, which we can talk about at another time. Here we have, this is a scenario book. This thing is massive. This thing is triple the size of the OG one. No, this is a section book. The fuck is this? This is huge. Like, I'm very, very afraid to mess with this book because it is very, very thick. It's the size of a codex from Warhammer, but it's paper. So I'm gonna put it down before I wreck it. This thing is gonna get damaged pretty easily. Here we have is the scenario book. Again, not as thick, but still double the size of the original book. You have the first page. This isn't spoiler. This is the first scenario. But welcome to Frosthaven. Your little intro, rewards. Really nice paper. It's all colored. Try to, oh, don't wreck it, please. Try to get you good quality here. But here you go. You have your little welcome to Gloomhaven. Little welcome. and kind of like what you unlock, and then scenario stuff in that. Next off we have is the party sheet. So basically, just like how you'd have a D&D sheet, this basically tells you everything that's been going on with your party and what they've done and what they've unlocked. We switched the camera around because this box is way too huge and I can't fit it all in there to show you stuff properly. So I removed it onto the ground. Here we have, again, another map that is double the size. Everything is going to be double the size as Gloomhaven, though this increases the price quite a bit. Here we have the map of the outpost of Frosthaven. And I will have a picture here for you guys to see, but this thing is massive, pretty huge, and pretty beautiful. As you can see down here, this is the map of the city. And then, which it does fold up, so you could store it. Then we have the actual glacier itself right here. And this is where it attaches from Gloomhaven, because it like attaches on. So that's pretty nice. Oh, okay, so these are stickers. So here's our first sheet of stickers. These go into the stickers. These go into the book. More stickers about rules that you can unlock, how to purchase items. So it looks like you unlock rules. Here you have your classic, you know, stickers that for upgrading cards. So in the game of Gloomhaven, how you go about leveling your character, playing Gloomhaven is like D&D. You have a character sheet, but unlike having spells, you have cards. And these are how you upgrade your spells and your cards, is using these stickers. And you can upgrade them and stuff. I use inner sleeves on the cards and then outer sleeves to protect those. That's how I reuse my games. So that's basically what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave this one untouched, so none of the stickers will be used. None of the things will be really punched out. It'll be a backup. Or if we get to actually trying to play it, then the other one I get will be sealed. The other one I get might stay sealed, but it's going to be a long time since we touch this. Location stickers and upgrade stickers for your city that we have here. Again, really nicely drawn, nicely illustrated. But we have our first sort of handout chart. So I guess this is maybe some sort of crafting system, along with some pictures of mushrooms on it. Yeah, with some pictures of mushrooms and stuff on it. Look at that. We have punch out cards for movements or something. Icon. I guess this is for city stuff and travel. There's a bunch of these. Just like, they look like scroll sheets. So again, they also look like they could be popped out. There's 5 of them. Then we have the big thing that everyone would be excited for. Ugh. Punch outs. And to make it easier for you to get out, they have little thingy holes. And they're all labeled. So nothing spoiler on these. These are all your tokens, your maps, tiles. There's a bajillion of these. Your monsters, basically, yeah, that just popped out. But the nice thing is it looks like they snap back in. These tiles snap back in. So if you want to store them this way, you can still store them that way, which is nice. Though the tokens themselves will get put into their own boxes and stuff. And you got some yetis and some creatures and a boat, apparently. So we'll put those to the side. We have our first. We have our first chart here. The first tray. We have cards. These are for your scenarios. So when you're leaving the city, going to different scenarios, you pull these. You have outpost versions. You have more outpost stuff. So I'm guessing because there's another mechanic of this, if I can find it. Here we go. Let me make this nice and crisp for you. Yeah, there we go. So in this version of Gloomhaven Frosthaven, there is seasonal effects. So depending on what season you're in, you pull from these different cards, as you can see here, referenced by the top and the color. Your winter side and your summer side. And how this works is when you go to your next scenario in a campaign version of the game, not just a free play mode, you pull one of these cards and you get a question, A or B sort of question, and how you ever answer gives you an outcome. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Here we got some player handouts, kind of like what to do on your turn. We have the attack modifiers for your decks. We have your special stuff, scenario things about like what you want to do during a mission. Some of those. So these little cards here, you pull one of these and you choose it, you get bonus objectives for your game. Monster attack modifier deck. So instead of rolling dice, you pull from these decks that you get to update over time. So they can add cool things to your attacks basically. So you can add fire damage, all that stuff. We have what looks like magic items that you can find. We have treasure chests, so when you find bags and stuff throughout the game, you open these and you get random rewards. The scenario will tell you. Same with these boyos. These look like items that you'll get later on. I'm guessing this big deck here, yep, these are your monster cards. Again, these will get put with in here. Oh, more silica packets. These look like dividers, so you can put your cards away and stuff and divide them. Plus it looks like NPCs and stuff. I'm guessing this is, so this is your items. How you buy items in game is through the shop, and these are the shop cards that go in there. So we'll throw those back in there. We'll get to those. So here we go, guys. This is the inside of the box. I had to switch cameras because you can't pull this tray out with everything in here. So let us quickly take a look at what's in here. So we have is all your boxes, which has all your stat cards, your character sheets. We'll open up one of these and take a look at it later here. We have what looks like your miniatures, all nicely labeled and boxed. Here we have our handouts and unlockables. As you play the game, you'll pull from here. So that's nice. That looks like it's, all there. Here we have those life counters I was talking about. The blue is your experience. The red is your health, and there are little spinny wheels on the side. Here we have your markers for the monsters, which they've been updated to look nicer. And they're more cut out, so it's kind of coolish. None of that weird back behind it. Then we have the monster cards. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, we're gonna put that back. We're gonna put that back. We didn't see that. We did not see that card. Hey guys, it's Will coming at you again with the camera here again from coming from me again with the phone cam. It's been like an hour or so of me, like hour and a half of me organizing this thing, taking out. I'm still punching holes, punching the cards out and stuff, organizing. It's a big box. If you sleeve the cards that you're actively using, it will still fit, but it looks like you're gonna need an organizing tray if you want to fit all the cards with sleeves like I plan to do. So with this being my game copy, when the organizer does come out, I'll pick it up and I'll put it into this one, and then the other one that I will get in the future will stay sealed, and that will be the one I don't touch. There's a lot of stuff in here, and yeah, there's a lot. well, maybe someday in the future, once I get the organized tray, maybe we'll get into a in detail version of this box. But yeah, we'll see at the when I'm done this part with the final outro. Anyways, as I was trying to say, again, the camera died again, so sorry about the constant flipping. This is a big box, so it makes sense. This is how your spells work. So this is your basically what you can do on your turn. Again, cards, completely new look. Looks really nice. We can get into how these work, and it looks like you can summon reinforcements. So it looks like it's going to be an ally character. Here's your attack modifiers. So these are what you can add to your deck as your character levels up. So again, to affect the modifiers to hit. And here are your special punch outs. So your initiative tracker, yourself as a token, I guess, in case something happens. Or maybe you use it for the board, who knows. Different guys you can summon, I guess, your different banners for abilities. Last but not least, your character sheet. So all the resources you found, masteries. So I guess they come pre-masteries or something like that. So who knows what that's all about. I'll read in the rule book. And your perks, your level, and your name. And it's a notepad. I mostly use the app for tracking this. But yeah, with that, we will see you guys at the end of this video. So guys, that's been my review on Frosthaven. Thank you very much for watching. I noticed the shirt change and the look. It took me 2 days to record this. This box is pretty huge. Setup time to pop it out from the pop-outs that are inside this game, unravel everything, put them in the bags, was about 6 hours doing that by myself. And yeah, there's no organizer out yet unless you live in the European area of the world. Folded Space is making one, an official one. It looks not too bad. Folded Space is making one, doesn't look too bad. I have one pre-ordered. They're coming hopefully here in the next couple of weeks, if not a month, from what a local game store says, if they can see it. Usually takes about a month or so at max for it to be coming out, maybe even 2. So we should be getting it very soon here. Seeing as all places in North America are now all getting their versions of Frosthaven. So that means the world has basically got their copies. If you guys like this video, if you like my enthusiasm, if you want to see this played, I'm going to be looking to get some inner sleeves and some other sleeves to sleeve this up. It's set and good to go. This is going to be my gameplay version, so if I mess it up, sticker stuff by accident, it won't be too bad. I will buy the retail version when it comes available, and I'll leave that sealed as the, as the backup copy. So with that, anything I can recommend, I'm excited for it. The rulebook is interesting. In the rulebook, there's a section where there's blank spaces, and you'll find stickers in here that have rule text on them. As you play the game, so that you don't get overwhelmed with the rules, so you can just literally just start out of the box. They make it so the non-essential rules that you won't be touching until you unlock certain specific things are not in the book. So you sticker those in as you play. What I did was I stickered everything in the book, again because this is the gameplay copy. And if there was space to do so, I just put the sticker to the side of the box that it would be sticking onto. And so I stuck the stickers to the box, or to the book, and that way it's on the side so you can read the rules before you unlock it and then after. What else have I noticed in here? There's a lot of stuff. It's very full. The box is very big. It is heavy. It's about 30 pounds of stuff. The board is bigger. Everything's bigger, and what have you. But the inside, the internal organizers that this comes with default, is really fine, really nice. The only issue I have with this is I wish they would have just made, if you take a look at Broken Token's Gloomhaven divider, where how they have like the tuck boxes for the monsters and then the trays for them. I wish they would have done that layout in this box for instead of the loose baggies that sit on top of everything. It works pretty well for Jaws of the Lion, but because it's a smaller starter box, there's very little monsters. But where this has a bunch, it's not nice. It's so much you have to pull out to the side. They should have just had those trays in there from the start. Anything else I can really think of? Besides that, the other thing I can recommend is for your game copy, unless you're very Puritan about touching your box, using some sort of acid-free, PVA, whatever, stain-free sort of tape or sealant on your edges of the box, because this will, as you pull it in it with the take it apart, take the lid off and stuff, air and stuff will start stretching, and the pictures tape, the photo paper that's on here, will start lifting, peeling, cracking. So what I do is I like to use packing tape on the edges of the box to stop that from falling apart, especially with this being so huge and heavy. Yeah, and also once you do unbuild this thing, you put everything into their boxes, organize the cards, you won't be able to flip this box on its side anymore. So that's another thing to be aware of. Unless they did really well with those, the cards will fall out and stuff. So just be careful putting the trays back in once you sort everything together. You might crush the dividers or your cards, damage some boxes. Besides that, though, I am super stoked to when we get to finally play this and to have those inner sleeves. And if you guys want to know how I personally, protect my stuff so I can reuse my games, I'll probably do that later on in another video as an idea. Or please comment down below, because I do get busy with life and I do forget about things, and I do want to talk about these topics. It's just I get scatterbrained and overwhelmed. So hopefully we'll see you guys on Saturdays. I'm got some cool stuff. I'm going to be painting some of the models from this box. I got a cool gift for a friend of mine that I printed. Follow me on a journey. I'm going to be printing my first real big model here this weekend, and as weekend of this video coming out, and some Italian stuff I got for bolt action, and hopefully here in the future some conflict stuff too, which will be my last model purchases. And yeah, so I'll do a little blog about my journey on model collecting and gaming. But yeah, see you guys in the next video. Be awesome. And I'm excited. I'm so excited. See you guys.